Good morning. Welcome to EM&D, Empowerment, Motivation, and Determination. Outside, getting my walk on again. It's a beautiful Thursday. If you're still in the bed, get up. If you're sitting on that couch, get off that couch. Go outside and catch you some fresh air. If you can't get up, if you have to lay down, do that. And it's okay. I was just coming on just to chat a little bit this morning, just always thinking about the goodness of the Lord. And always wanting to share what the Lord has done for me. And you hear all the noise. Like I said, I'm over here by the interstate, so it's a lot of noise. People out here cutting grass, a lot of construction going on. I was just thinking, I'm always sharing about my testimony of being on the hospital bed. But I also want to share about the time when, back in 2014, when I was diagnosed with the syncope. And I had been in the hospital for a whole week. And being in the hospital for a whole week, I had a heart cath done. And when I went home, I experienced a lot of pain. And so I called my grandma, who had had one done before, and asked her, I said, Nanny, am I supposed to be hurting like this? And she said, well, you will have some discomfort, but it should go away. Well, needless to say, it didn't go away. The pain continued. I ended up getting a fever and ended up having an infection that I didn't know I had. So I ended up having to go back to the hospital. And when they did the CT scan, I had internal bleeding. And so they immediately admitted me into the hospital. And I stayed in the hospital for 9 days. While in the hospital for those 9 days, my blood count kept dropping. And they told me that if my number dropped one more point, they would have to give me a blood transfusion. And I said, okay. But let me tell you about the power of prayer. I said, Lord, I have no problem with getting blood. But if I don't have to, and I know you hear me, don't let that number move one more point. And let me tell you, it did not move. It stayed where it needed to stay for those 9 days. At that one number. It didn't drop, it didn't go up, but it stayed at that one number. So whatever we ask for and we believe, like I said the other day, believe, it will happen. Now, in those 9 days of being in the hospital, hi Orlando, in those 9 days of being excuse me for a minute. UPS, if you go back out to the light, take a left on Washington Road, there's a Kroger shopping center and the UPS is right there. Yes, sir. It's just a habit. Yes, it's a habit. Yes, sir. Yes, go to the stop sign, take a right, go to Washington Road, take a left, and you're going to probably go 1, 2, maybe about 3 or 4 lights. There's a Kroger's on the left, and the UPS store is in that shopping center. Yes, sir. Yes. You're welcome. It's called being on live, and people need some help, so you got to be able to help people, okay? Anyway, back to what I was saying. being in the hospital those 9 days, like I said, my blood count didn't change. It stayed the same. And that's because I prayed and asked God about it. Well, while in the hospital those 9 days, I couldn't keep nothing on my stomach. And like I said, I had the internal bleeding. And so I had IVs running from my left arm, my right arm, and it got to where the medicine became so strong that it was a burn in my veins. So the doctor came back in after they had tried giving me so many other IVs to put them in other spots, and nothing was working. By then, I had all kind of lumps and stuff from the IVs. My arms had turned blue. And so she said, administer everything to her by mouth now. Her body can't take any more IVs. So they gave me the medication via mouth. But let me tell you, it was a medication they gave me. And I'll say to anybody out there who is a recovering addict, I applaud you. I thank God that the strong medication they gave me, it gave me a feeling I never felt in my life, but I thank God I hated it. And when I tell you it was a feeling, it felt like an out of body. It's like something was going on, and I called the nurse in and I said, because my stepmom was in there with me, and I said, what's happening to me? She said, Felicia, that medicine was given to you so you can just go to sleep. I say, so I'm supposed to just feel like this and go to sleep? She said, yes, stop messing with yourself, because this is me. I'm touching myself like something's wrong. I've never felt this way before. So if that's what, and I'm not saying this to be funny. I'm saying this to say, anybody who has been on drugs and recovered, I applaud you. And I thank God that I didn't get addicted to the strong medication. This girl been on some strong stuff. And that medication that day, I slept for 8 hours straight. I've been in the hospital 9 days and hadn't been able to sleep. Sorry about the noise in the background. They're cutting grass. I hadn't been able to sleep. But that medication, I slept for 8 hours. But when I woke up, I told the doctor, I don't know what you gave me, but don't ever give it to me again. I don't care how sick I am. I didn't want it. And my grandma told me, she said, baby, I had been praying. She said, because I knew you was on some strong stuff. I couldn't feed myself. Once again, just like back in 2017, I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't dress myself. So the testimony ain't just about 2017. It goes further back in 2014. But that medication, Lord, what if I had liked that stuff? I thank God I didn't. I thank God I hated it. I'm saying we all have a testimony to share, no matter how small, how big, we have a testimony to share. God has done some great things for this girl. And as long as I got breath in this body, I'm going to share them, because what we go through ain't always just for us. It's for us to help somebody else, encourage somebody else. So I pray, I hope and I pray that what I share encourages somebody else, it helps somebody else. I was just, it just hit me this morning as I was thinking about the goodness of God and everything He's been doing for me. I asked Him in that hospital, God, don't let my blood count drop anymore. And it didn't, so I didn't get that blood transfusion. It's amazing. You just call on Him and He answers. Call on Him and He answers. He don't come when we want Him to, but He's always on time. And that day I called on him, I just believed he was going to answer me, and he did. I thank him. I honor him. I worship him. I praise him. I would not be nothing without him. I wouldn't be who I am without him. I wouldn't be out here walking today if it wasn't for the goodness of God. So I have so much to be thankful for, so much to give him praise for, because he's been that good to me. I pray you all have a fabulous Thursday and that you enjoy this day. Go out and make today a great day. I love you. I love you. Be blessed.